What up, what up, what up, what up? It's me, Teddy27.
What's good tonight? Right about the hood.
Oh, dear God, I'm already eating a drink. Look, a damn mess. Just a damn mess. No means no, and yes means no. What up, 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 what up? What's good, people? What is up? What's up, people? What is up? Listen, I know y'all sick of seeing me in this red and white shirt and this white sweater and this Star Wars hat. This white hoodie and the Star Wars hat. I've been cranking out videos. Y'all can't say I wasn't cranking them out today. I done did like 4 videos today, y'all. Y'all should be very proud of me. Very proud of me. This is video numero 4. I think this is number 4 today. Yep. Y'all should be proud of me. I'm proud of myself. Never get 4 out in one day, God. I'm getting 4 nuts out in one day, girl. You know, once you get to the 3rd one, you're just spent. But you rarely get to a 3rd one. But a 4th one? Y'all asking for a lot, honey. Excuse me. Wives, girlfriends, boyfriends, husbands, go ask your husband or boyfriend to get 4 nuts out and see how successful he is at that. Especially if he's over the age of 30. I'm just saying. Shit, over the age of 25. In one day, 4? You don't got too many people, not over the age of 30. Anyway. We're back for another review. I did all of that talking. And I didn't even tell y'all why we here. Y'all don't pay me nobody. Y'all know I am silly and just retarded. This is another review. This is going to be our review for Belle Collective. It is season 1. It is episode 5. It is entitled No Yams. Listen, I spent 2 or 3 minutes going on. And I ain't even tell y'all what I'm reviewing. I guess you saw it from the title of the video. But I ain't say nothing to y'all. Just a mess. Just a damn mess. Girl, we still at this brunch. Marie and Kaylon is still having a back and forth going in. Marie is still giving Kaylon all the smoke of our ancestors, stemming all the way back to 1619. Do you hear me? Marie done conjured up you talk about Paula White conjuring up the African spirits, the spirits of Mother Africa. Baby Marie conjured up all of the spirits of Mother Africa. It said, bitch, you would not bring Satan. I rebuke you, white devil, right now and send you back to the depths of hell from whence you came. And then Kaylon got up and left and went back to the depths of white hell from whence she came. Girl, Miss Dorothy had to get up, honey, and let them know y'all are a whole disrespectful ass a group of motherfuckers. Miss Dorothy had to get up and gather the girls because they was getting out of hand. And even though I respect the smoke and all of that, Marie, for all of this, that, and the third, because you started this whole thing talking about this is not the time or place to do that, and we are here for what Letitia wants to have going on. You interrupted all of that. It all started with you, Marie. You interrupted all of that. I ain't saying that Kaylon ain't deserve all the smoke she got. Time and place, though. Time and place. And like Miss Dorothy said, you're above that. You have to sometimes be above that. Now, I know sometimes as a people, as black people, we get sick and tired of always having to take the high road and things like that. But there are times where you have to. Otherwise, you become, like the people who oppressed us. It becomes a slippery slope. Anyway, Letitia finally, after Miss Dorothy calmed the girls down and Kaylon went back or left or whatever, Antoinette stayed, which I was glad. Antoinette did say she let Kaylon go. All right, girl, go ahead, go get your life in order. I'm going back in there. She stayed and she came back. She listened because she told Letitia, she said, Letitia, I'm going to be there. I'm going to support you. I'm going to be there through it all for you. And that was good. I was glad Antoinette stayed. Letitia finally got to unveil her vision for Fair Street. And then, the brunch kind of started ending. So I guess Essie gave Marie permission for the two of them to donate to the Fair Street Project. But my thing about it is, Letitia, you need to watch. Watch, look, and listen. Because all money is not good money. And Essie and Marie is full of fuckery, fuck shit, and fucktitude. And sometimes you need to be able to tell a bitch, I'm good. Don't worry about it. Because they are the type of people who they give you a little bit of coin and now they feel like they can come and take over. And you have this shit like you've had at your last 2 brunches. You need to understand that you need to let them know, hey, boo, I'm not inviting you this time. Because what's going to end up happening is you being so close to them and aligned so closely with those two and their level brand of fuckery, you're going to scare off other sponsors and investors and other people who are business minded, who is like, I'm not doing no business with the likes of those. So you might need to reassess whether or not that's the type that could be your good Judy, and we could be good Judy's on the side. But this business venture, this thing that's serious for me, I can't have you there, girl. You're not gonna fuck it up for me. Nope. I'm just saying. So that's my advice to Letitia. Anyway, Latrice meets up with Mel and they start talking about her little business. She's trying to get her little, what is it, the hair care products or whatever? Or is it skincare product? Some kind of product she's trying to get off the floor. Cliff comes in and tells Latrice that her brother done got married. Latrice gets all of her feelings. Oh, me and my brother. And then we went down the merry little world of I'm from the backwoods of I grew up in the backwoods of Mississippi where they don't have good education and where I'm as dumb as a box of rocks, and probably most of the people I grew up with are as well dumb as a box of rocks, because this whore got on television and said that her and her brother were twins because they were born a day after each other. And I was thinking at first, oh well, maybe she was born on at 11:55 on one day and he was born 12:01 the next day, and that's how no, she was born, I'm just make up a date, February 11th, and he was born February 12th. Mind you, they weren't born the same year. Mind you, they're years and years and years apart. How the fuck does that make you twins? What kind of stupid ass backwoods ass thinking? What kind of stupid ass backwards ass thinking is this? Like, I was losing brain cells the more she talked. And we all know brain cells are the only cells in the body that does not replenish themselves. And it looks to, she gives me that she might have been sniffing way too much gasoline when they was pumping at the gas station. Girl, that shit sounded dumb as fuck. And I was looking at my TV screen like, did this bitch just say that they twins? And she said, oh, my twin brother. Like, what? I bet you she be going and telling people, oh, yeah, my twin brother. Bitch, what? Y'all like 12 years apart. Y'all not even born on the same day. Y'all, I'm trying. Make this shit make sense. Now, then we had Letitia at home. We're going to have to unpack this. So before I get to Letitia at home, let me get Antoinette and Kaylon out of the way, because this whole Letitia, we're going to have to unpack. Y'all going to be real mad at me about that. I don't give a shit. Okay, so Antoinette meets up with Kaylon at her office space, showing the office space, but they did have a discussion about the brunch. And what Antoinette said in her confessionals was some good stuff. She said a little bit of good stuff to Kaylon in front of her, but what I want is some of the good stuff that she said in her confessional. I hope or want her to have those same conversations face to face with Kaylon. I mean, we have to be realistic about this. That is her friend. That is her friend. And I can believe Antoinette if she tells me, you know what, Kaylon is not a racist person. She's not a horrible racist person. I'm not saying she ain't got some horrible racist people in her family, especially if you're descended from Jefferson Davis, but she may not be. And Antoinette, if that is going to continue to be her friend, is going to have hard conversations with her. She talked about that. She said, you know, that was a moment for you to sit and just listen and understand that people are not talking about you. So she started the conversation, but much more dialogue needs to be had with Kaylon on the subject of race and how it has impacted Antoinette's life if they're going to continue to be friends. That conversation has to happen, because what's going to end up happening is if you find out that you're not aligned with that person, you may have to end a friendship. I know people that were very close to me that were white, and we were close maybe in college or in my early 20s and stuff like that. And as we got older and I started to see really what they thought and really how they felt about race and me and my color and black people and a lot of these things, there was this separation that had to happen, because I was like, yeah, we're not aligned on the same plate. And sometimes that has to happen. It's difficult, it's uncomfortable, but that has to happen. Some real conversations between Antoinette and Kaylon on that subject matter. I hope they have it. So let's go to Letitia. Cause girl, wait, let me yeah, let's go to Letitia. Letitia's at home with her son Joshua. Husband comes home. Great. Listen, her husband's name is Glenn. Glenn is my kryptonite. Glenn is the type of man that I end up always. That's the type of dude that I go for. The kind that I end up in long relationships with. You know, ooh, cha, ooh, cha, just love them kind of. A good, strong, dark, hard-working, blue-collar, black Mandingo warrior king that's just gonna go out, go to work with his hands, come home and work with his hands in the bedroom and be strong, strapping, and just oh, it's getting hot in here. Jesus God, oh dear God, that Glenn, mm, mm. Baby, whew, baby, when I tell you, that's all I need right there, honey. Anyway, whoo, child. Girl, where's the fan, honey? Let me get to the fan, cause whoo, child. Ooh, ooh. I had to break out the fan, honey. Ooh, that Glenn. Mm, mm. Ooh, that's a fine man right there. Child. Ooh. Anyway, cause I had a whole moment. That's why I'm sitting on the towel if you can't tell, because you know you soak up all of that wetness that's going on. Anyway, so they have a conversation. You know, she's glad to see him, this, that, and the third. And then they have a conversation about him needing to be prepared for her not being around that much anymore because of everything she has going on with Farish Street. And I immediately wrote down, this doesn't bode well for their relationship and their marriage. I mean, he's in a job in a field where it takes him away for whole months at a time. And then if you're talking about those few moments and times that y'all are able to be together, now you telling him, oh well girl, I ain't got the type of time to do it. You just gonna have to be used to me not being around. That doesn't bode well for a marriage. It might bode well for this project that you're trying to get accomplished, but for your marriage, no. And then the other thing that I wrote is, well, what about the child? You do realize that there's still a child involved who's going to need both parents. That who's going to be there for him? Child. Then we see her on the next day. She's in her little home office going over, you know, making calls and stuff like that. Glenna went downstairs looking for food. Ain't nothing in there to eat. She telling him to go eat a ham sandwich or a bologna sandwich or some hot dogs. I'm looking like Glenn, like, bitch, I don't want no goddamn bologna sandwich or ham. Bitch, I want a meal. Now, Glenn, I gotta push back. You could have gone and drove down to the local, you know, spot, you know, soul food spot, or going somewhere and bought you something to eat. But I know they got to have them. They made up drama for the show, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna go through all of that. You could have just went down to the down the block. I mean, this is Jackson, Mississippi. I'm sure they have tons of places you can go and get you a nice, good home cooked soul food meal. But girl, we're gonna let you have that, Glenn. I'm gonna let you have it because you fine as fuck. I'm gonna let you have it. Anyway, um, but no food is one thing, and he can go pick up food from the restaurant, but no sex along with no food is a recipe for disaster. Because just like he can go get food from a restaurant somewhere down in Jackson, Mississippi, he can also go get some sex from somewhere in Jackson, Mississippi as well. You playing with that? You about to lose your husband. You about to lose your husband. You in danger, Letitia. You playing games. And while you are trying to be all of this strong, independent black woman, entrepreneur, this, that, and the third, I'm doing Fair Street, I'm doing me. The one thing that some successful people will tell you is there are sacrifices that end up being made. And sometimes those sacrifices come in the form of neglect of the family unit. It takes you away from the family. It takes you away from your spouse or husband. It takes you away from your children. And a lot of people, and that was something that we heard last week's episode when Tambra talked to, I can't remember the lady's name, but she talked to the lady that worked down to the local Fox affiliate. The lady told her I didn't have a child because I knew my career at that time would not allow me to be there like that. And that was just a hard decision she had to make. And so, Letitia, you got to understand something is going to suffer. And I know everybody say, why can't I have it all? Because the scales just don't add up for you to be able to manage all of that like that. It just doesn't add up. Anyway, I really want to know what Letitia does for a living, because it sounds like, even the way she told him when he first came home, I'm not gonna be able to be home like I normally am all the time, and just do, I guess, housewife stuff. I don't know, because I still don't know what she does besides throw brunches, which sounds like a housewife that's just, whose husband is out making money and you just throwing these little brunches to have you something to do. What is your career? What is your job, Letitia? And the reason that I ask that, and that's important, is because if your husband is the main mechanism by which the finances are coming into that home, that's a different conversation. That's a very different conversation. Um, yeah, it's so much to unpack with this Glenn and Letitia thing. Glenn then asks her for some contract, and I wasn't sure what he was talking about when he said contract, because I listen. Y'all are not helping out the cause of Jackson, Mississippi. Y'all are not helping us to think that Mississippi is not, below, I know they're below the poverty level, but are they below the bar in terms of IQ scores too? I mean, everybody down there got double digit IQ scores. Help me understand. Because I really felt like when he was talking about contract, maybe he was talking about some type of post-nuptial agreement, but they started talking about numbers and stuff like that. I was kind of confused on that part when he said contract. Like, what does this contract involve? Because it sounded almost like he was talking about like numbers and figures in terms of monies, and that sounds like a post-nuptial agreement, but I don't know. But anyway, he was serious about it. He was serious. She was serious about the fact that she wants him to repropose to her and give her the a vow renewal and everything. And I was like, and she was like, I'm not having sex with you until you give me you propose to me and give me a vow renewal. You about to fuck up. Listen, women and those men out there and non-binary who have men as your spouse, mate, or partner, the worst decision that you could make is think that you're going to use sex as a weapon. You're going to weaponize sex and say, "Oh, I'm not going to give you sex until you do such and such." Girl, you playing reindeer games. That never works. That always ends wrong, I should say. You playing reindeer games, honey. You could be married 17 years. You could be married 117 years. That is not going to end well. That child. And then you all stuck on this vow renewal. You're already married. I never understand this whole vow renewal thing, because if we're already married, that's just it just seems stupid to me. I don't understand vow renewal, but people get into all of that stuff, and that's cute. Most of the time, it's the wives who want to do all of that because they find it cute or whatever. We'd have been married how many years? I love you. We married. You just want to put on a show for your friends, and that's what vow renewals are to me. They're just a waste of time and waste of money. Anyway, he said you got 14 days to sign this good contract. Both of them sound like they're making ultimatums. Ultimatums never end well in terms of relationships. Girl, you're about to lose your husband. Girl, that man is fine as wine. And bitch, it's any number of skanks out there, including this skank right here, that would love to snatch him up from you. Girl, you fucking off, Letitia. You are fucking off. And she went on this whole tirade about, oh, you need to support me and you need to do this because I'm a woman and I'm trying to do something for me and this, that, and the third. That sounds great. But you're not in a marriage by yourself. You got a whole family. You got a husband and a child. And the days for you saying, oh, I'm just going to do this for me are over. Those days are over, sweetheart. Because you don't get to say, I'm just going to do this for me. Not when you got a child and a husband. Now, if you want to get a divorce and tell the husband that he can have full custody of the child, baby, you can go on and do all that you want to do for yourself. That's not how this works anymore. That's not how this works. Because I guarantee you, if your husband said, fuck this, I just want to do this for myself, and all the money that I'm making from this thing is just for my job, is just going to be for me, and I don't want to come back home at all because I just want to do it. I'm not with her. I'm not with Letitia at all. I'm not saying Glenn is completely right, but Letitia is handling this all wrong. And you're going to end up not having a husband and not having a marriage. Listen, I heard the conversation, and I was trying to look up numbers in the city of Jackson, Mississippi to give, to Glenn so that he can get him some. Looking up this, what is it, backpage.com, and look up Jackson, Mississippi to find him a few bus down so the man can get him some. Girl, you a mess. Letitia, you a mess. You're a whole ass mess for that. I didn't like that. I ain't like that. I was on Glenn's side. I know y'all, ladies, I know y'all finna get in my comment section that we is gonna argue, and I'm here for it. I'm here for all of it. We can get down to we go get down to the comment section. I'm here for it. But Letitia, you handling this wrong. This is not gonna end well. So then we get to Latrice. Her and her husband invite the whole family over. They have this tree planting ceremony for her two brothers that passed away. The whole family is there. Antoinette and Mel come as well. It was a nice ceremony. It was real nice. They all spoke real nice. Hunky dory, kumbaya, touchy feely, emotional. You know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to talk about the fact that when Latrice's mama opened her mouth and we could drive a subway cart through her mom's grill. I was thinking, you got all these $1 million mansions and all these businesses and stuff like that, but you can't seem to buy your mama some new teeth, not even a set of veneers or anything, nothing, no dentures, nothing. Girl, your mama out here looking like I'm not gonna talk about that. I'm not gonna talk about that woman's mama's mouth that looked like somebody took a sledgehammer and bust her in the goddamn grill with it. We ain't gonna do that. We're not gonna talk about the fact that when her mama smiled, it looks like a whole ass glory hole over there. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna ask the question as to why your mama mouth look like that and you making all this money. Girl, we ain't gonna do that, Coach. So we're gonna keep going on. Girl, that's your mama. Girl, your mama's supposed to be sickening. Girl, we ain't gonna do that. Moving on. Latrice then talks to her brother and the brother says no, he ain't married, but he just ain't around no more because y'all don't see it for my new girlfriend and y'all keep trying to push me to my baby mama and I don't like that bitch. I don't like that hoe. Y'all like that hoe, y'all marry her. But I'm with this new chick and if y'all don't like her, then I'm not gonna be around because I'm not gonna have y'all disrespect my new woman. I don't blame him for that. He said, I still love you down, sis. But what I'm not gonna do is compromise my relationship just to appease you. I wasn't mad at him. Don't let her know. Let her know how you feel. And it kind of went off from there. I know y'all. Y'all ready to argue me down. Some of y'all probably already started typing in the comment section. Yeah. Let's get down in the comment section. Y'all gonna cuss me out and argue with me and tell me how I'm wrong. That's fine. I'm here for it. Let's get down there though. That's all I got for y'all until next week's episode. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. We out.